Picture of Dorian Gray. Introduction. Oscar Wilde, 1854-1900. Playwright, poet, essayist, and wit. He is now as famous for his flamboyant lifestyle and epigrams as for his plays, poems, and fiction. Oscar Fingal of Flaherty Wills Wilde was born in 1854 in Dublin. His father was the eminent surgeon Sir William Wilde, and his mother a literary hostess who was also known as a writer under her pen name Speranza. And I know that Speranza is for hope in Italian. Studying classics first at Trinity College in Dublin before going on to Magdalen College, Oxford, Wilde proved to be a brilliant scholar, winning the Newdigate Prize for his poem Ravenna. While at Oxford, his flamboyant appearance and conspicuous espousal of aestheticism, art for art's sake, attracted great attention, much of it hostile. With his talent, wit, charm, and instinct for publicity, Wilde soon became a familiar name in the literary world, as much for his conversational skills as for his writing. His first collection, Poems, was published in 1881, shortly before he embarked on a one-year lecture tour of North America. Arriving in New York, Wilde is recorded as saying, "I have nothing to declare but my genius," one of the many epigrams attributed to him. After his marriage to Constance Lloyd in 1884, he published several books of stories for children, originally written for his own sons. Lord Arthur Saville's Crime appeared shortly before his only novel, The Picture of Dorian Gray, 1891. After 1890, Wilde had increasing success on stage with his shrewd and sparkling comedies. Ladies Windermere's Fan, 1892, A Woman of No Importance, 1893, An Ideal Husband, 1895, and his masterpiece, The Importance of Being Earnest, 1895. Wilde's play Salome, written in French, was refused a license in London but was performed in Paris in 1896 and later adapted as an opera by Richard Strauss. Translated by Wilde's close friend, Lord Arthur Douglas Bosie, it appeared for publication in England with illustrations by Audrey Beasley. Douglas's father, the Marquess of Queensberry, strongly disapproved of his son's friendship with the notorious Playwright, and after he publicly insulted Wilde, a quarrel ensued which eventually led to Wilde's imprisonment in 1895 for homosexual offenses. He was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment with hard labor, which left him on his release in 1897 bankrupt and weakened. Relying on the generosity of France, he went to live in France, adopting the name of Sebastian Melmoth. While here, he wrote his famous poem, The Ballad of Reading Gaol. Wilde died in exile in France in 1900. Letters he had written to Lord Alfred while in prison were published in 1905 under the title De Profundis. When The Picture of Dorian Gray first appeared in 1890, it was greeted not with praise but scandalized protest. Wilde's own preface to the book, containing the line, "There is no such thing as a moral or immoral book. Books are well written or badly written, that is all," proved the best retort. Readers may also find the following books of interest: Neil Bartlett, Who Was That Man? 1992, Kay Begson, Wilde, The Critical Heritage, 1970. Richard Ellman, Oscar Wilde, 1987. H. Montgomery Hyde, Oscar Wilde, a biography, 1976. R. Ewan, Oscar Wilde, Art and Egotism, 1977. And P. Raby, Oscar Wilde, 1988.